I saw a meme and said, if you go play for Kyle Shanahan, the quarterback position is Final Destination. That's fucked up.
Good. That's pretty fucked up, but that's pretty.
He said one.
Effect. I know.
Hello.
Just a horrible delay.
Well, you got to work with that one.
Yeah. Good luck with that one.
JARdon the Mess is brought to you by Dynamic Fitness Supply, your one-stop shop for fitness needs. Come and find us on Santa Rosa Avenue next to Urban Garden, 1414 4th Street, Suite 102. You reach us by phone, 707-536-9077. Mention JARdon the Mess for 10 to 15% off. How you guys been?
Pretty good.
How was your vacation?
Yeah, let's talk about the
It
cruise.
was really nice. It was good to get away. And
Pizza
not work
did you
for
eat?
2 weeks. How much pizza? I think I ate pizza.
How much pizza did you eat?
I ate a pizza at least every day except for one of the days, I think. I think one of the days I didn't get pizza.
God, was your apple on fire?
No, it's just simple red sauce, cheese, and pepperoni. I'm really thin
Nothing
crust.
like too greasy.
No,
Nothing too
wasn't greasy at
overwhelming.
all. Super good.
But how good was it?
It was so
On a scale of 1 to 10.
I'd give it like the first, probably. No, I'd say it was like a 7. I mean, it wasn't the best pizza in the world, but it's free pizza.
Yeah.
Well, what would you rate the pizza towards the end of your stay?
It was getting down to like a
5. But there was different varieties of pizza though, right?
Yeah, well, it was all like fancier pizza. So they had like the pepperoni and cheese. They had like a quattro, whatever they call it, where it's like 4 different cheeses. That one has no red sauce. So Bert and I were talking earlier when we first jumped on pizza with no red sauce. It's not the best thing.
What sauce did they use?
On that one, nothing. They just put like
it's
butter on
cheese
it
and bread and
you put butter on the bottom and then
they have a pizza like that, like Tony's is just like sauce. It's like, okay, where's the cheese? Well, no, it's sauce. Like,
really cheesy.
Okay.
And then like
tell us about the amenities.
The what?
The amenities. How was everything? Was there a casino? Like,
yeah, we went to the casino quite a bit. They had a bunch of they played like movies every night. They call it the Lido deck at the bow of the ship. They had like just a giant screen with the pool and everything. We didn't get a chance to go. We wanted to watch Top Gun, but
the new one.
Oh, that would have been dope.
That would have been pretty dope.
I forget what happened. I think it was just like
that would have been pretty dope on a cruise ship watching it. Yeah, that would have been sick. I mean, they really just. Oh yeah, it'd be easy. Yeah, hook up Prime real quick, okay?
But still, I love all the amount of food. They had like a buffet every day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Did you go to the captain or the dinners, the nightly dinners?
No, we were going to one of the nights, and then we were just like, no.
Oh, dude, those are like the best meals.
But isn't that like 4-course like 4-star like dining place you go to?
Yeah,
it's all inclusive, right?
Yeah, that one. They had one specifically, yes, and they had a couple other restaurants that were.
So you didn't go to the captain's dinner?
Nah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we just did.
You know what I
ate a lot of They have this place called Mongolian wok. So you pick your noodles. You pick your vegetables.
The Chinese, the Asian food
all the time.
That's awesome.
You pick your noodles, pick your vegetables, pick your meat, and then your sauce, and then they just whip it up real fast.
That's dope.
Sounds delightful.
It's kind of like fast hibachi.
Pretty much.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. So you docked at Nassau, right? Nassau, am I pronouncing that right?
Yeah, Nassau.
Yeah, Nassau. Like,
sucked.
It's crazy because it sucked.
It sucked.
Because I was gonna say like black flags, black sails. You know, now the whole thing is based around Nassau.
Yeah, it sucked.
You didn't get that vibe. You didn't like it. Like, okay.
So once we get off the ship,
wow,
we were in Nassau for like
open.
an hour and a half, maybe, and we went back to the ship.
Wow.
Yeah, and they were docked for like 6 hours, 8 hours, I think. So we get off the ship.
I'm kind of blown away by that.
Yeah, I was really, really disappointed because I was super stoked for Nassau, you know, because I had like this perceived notion,
Yeah,
black sails, pirates, whatever.
Black Sails, Assassin's Creed, Nassau, and like Nassau is
Yeah.
a very like central point in the or whatever it is.
Yeah, it
Right?
has a lot of rich history and shit in it.
It's like a hub. Yeah.
And so we get off the ship and we go around like the little walking areas you go to get off. And immediately, once we go around this corner, it's just like dudes all over in your face. You need a taxi? Do you want to go do this? Do you want to go do this? Here, go do this. Go do this. Go do this. And it's like almost a mile of that. Like maybe half a mile or quarter a mile, whatever. And it's getting through that. Once we got through that, I was like, dude, you know, like your anxiety's up high because they're literally in your face. Like, you want this, you want this. They're following you, you know. And
yeah.
once we start getting like on a street where they have all these shops, then you have people standing outside. You want a Gucci bag, you want a fancy watch, you want, you know, here, you want a taxi. It's like,
I think so. You obviously you're in the tourist attraction. Do you think it would have been a lot different if you were like hey, I traveled like hour inland, and then I'm where like the not so touristy spots are.
I think
we're still touristy, but like I'm in an elevated area.
I think it probably would be. Some people we overheard, like once you get out of that spot, it's not so bad.
Yeah. Because when I went to Puerto Vallarta a few years ago, like you walking down a thing, you say like at one point you look behind you like, oh fuck, there's like a cop following us, there's 3 people following.
Yeah.
Not like whatever, but it's like they were trying to pitch me something. I said no. Now like I don't know. Hey, was this cop gonna rouse me because I didn't buy something off this dude? Like I don't know.
And it was like that when we went to Bali, but it was not that bad. But yeah, I'm sure if we didn't like an excursion or something, it would have been so bad. But
yeah,
we didn't do it.
But initially, if you're like getting bombarded by like, can I just sit down, please?
Yeah.
Like and just like yeah.
They had this tiny little pirate museum.
What was your favorite part?
Cool. We went to this little island called Half Moon Cay, and it's a private island by the, I don't know if it's just Carnival or all the cruise ships. But we just sat on the beach there. We got like a little clamshell umbrella thing, and then we swam and all that stuff.
Did they have air balloons there that would go up? Okay.
Like a spy balloon.
Sorry,
spy balloon.
You just triggered a work thing, which is we did a VR presentation thing. I don't know. It's a thing for that island, and so we literally rebuilt that island in like 3D. And the idea is like you would go up in this air balloon and you would like go around the island and they'd be like, here's where this thing is at, and like yeah, dude, sorry, that's a trip. So that's crazy. Dope. Yeah.
So that was fun. Freeport, one of the other stops, I booked this like little tour with this local guy there I found on TripAdvisory. I'm really glad we did that because he drove us all around, but like backwoods spots.
Oh yeah.
And he told us a bunch of like history and stuff that we probably wouldn't have learned otherwise.
Was it just like one guy, or was it just like I mean one guy, but we were?
No, it was just us.
Or was it just two?
It was just me and Sarah.
Let me get that personal guy, bro. Here's a C note. Take me somewhere. Okay, fuck. This is like a week's day.
Yeah, like he has this like
really? I make that
and
an hour.
And then he has like this little shop where he has all a bunch of historical stuff that he shows you, and this dance that they do and everything. And then he brought us to his house, and his wife cooked us lunch.
Really? That's
man, the personal experience. I bet this guy was like, yeah, fuck. As long as you feel comfortable, and obviously you're right here, yeah, why not?
Yeah.
But like, what'd you do? I literally sat down in someone's house and we ate food, and it was the best meal ever.
Yeah, I mean, she already had it cooked. It was some beans and rice and some chicken. Yeah. And we just sat at their table and stuff and chatted. He says he's not sure if he's gonna do the tours more because it's hard to get people to do it because of all the other restrictions going on. Yeah. And he was like, he talked to the carnivals and stuff about it, and there's just so many stipulations, and they commercialize it, so it's like you have to list it for this price, but then you only get so little of a portion of it.
So basically, they're Amazoning him. Yeah. That makes sense.
Exactly. or eat.
Hey, you're gonna do all the work, but I just need you to pay with your credit card through here. But I'm gonna take 65% of it.
Right.
Okay. Yes. Yeah.
It was fun. Enjoyed it. One thing I did enjoy about it though was the when they started playing the Niner game.
Yeah.
So on that deck thing, we were out in the sun. Sarah got burnt because she was hanging out with me. They had the big old screen, the game starts, super pumped, and then Purdy gets injured. And everyone's being nice, but let's face it, Josh Johnson wasn't gonna do shit.
And then he got a concussion.
Yeah. I think he got a concussion. And then they had to have Purdy go in, but all they can do is hand off the ball.
Yep. What Purdy said, he couldn't throw beyond like 10 yards.
No.
Or something like that.
So it's like a baseball injury.
Yeah. It's like he needs Tommy John or something.
So there's like this ligament in your elbow. So when you extend it, and apparently it wasn't super, super bad, but it ripped. And so the more he would do it, the more it would tear and rip.
Oh.
Yeah, let me just throw left-handed now. Like fuck.
Yeah. It was rough.
That's a whole,
I'm not gonna lie.
Thing.
I was like, I was so excited, and my expectations weren't like super high because it's like all of the context surrounding going into that game, and I'm like, all right, we'll see. Yeah. At the same point, it started, and I was like, oh yeah, and then
I full-heartedly think the Niners would have won that because their defense was playing really good at first, stopping them, but then obviously they're getting tired and they're getting frustrated.
If you can't score point, I mean, that's a points game, right? You have to score points.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, and then their defense is only off the field for like 2 minutes at a time, 3 minutes at a time, and then they're back.
Yeah, it's like, and then they get a break, and then they get a break, and then they get a break.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's like 3 and out, and it's just like, all right, well, we're back out here again. Yeah.
That's the one thing I really dislike about football that I understand now, but whenever I play like Madden, like you just get like, fuck, dude. Well, my like I just can't go anywhere, can't do anything. Like the defense is out there forever. It's like, why do they have the ball so long? It's just, it sucks.
Yeah.
I have this is a wild topic, or a random topic, not random, but I want to see what's your guys' thought on ChatGPT.
On what?
ChatGPT, like the whole AI thing.
I don't know what that is.
Writing.
What is
really? You guys haven't like ChatGPT, the AI that's writing essays and lyrics and like breaking the internet? Oh my god.
Walk us through this.
Okay. Well, you have an AI ChatGPT simulator or whatever. You type, let's say I need to write a college essay. I can do it through ChatGPT and it'll just write an essay for me.
That's cool.
But how accurate is it?
It'll give you like a C, the passing grade.
That's all I need.
Jeff Winger, baby.
But like
doable,
wow,
and passable.
I can't. Well, all right. How about this? ChatGPT is basically the people that made the AI software. I think of it as they're just handing the keys. Like they might as well just turn in their jobs. Like you write code. I don't need you to write code anymore. Like this thing writes code and solves better than you. Like that's kind of like my
that's the problem.
Find the error in codes way.
It's like it's like, hey, I made this ChatGPT thing. I made $1 million, but now I'm in debt $1 million because I don't have a job because the thing I literally created just does it better than I do.
The thing is, $1 million is not a lot of money now.
I can make that $1 million. I can turn that million something else. I'll tell you that right now. It's a lot of money, but I can turn that.
How much pizza could you buy?
Honestly, I think most people will blow $1 million. We'll just segue from the ChatGPT if you guys know, but I think most people will blow $1 million off idiot things, like stupid shit.
Hookers and cocaine.
I think you should.
That's what I would blow it on.
That's a good 25 grand.
You quite literally, you would blow it on blow.
Literally.
Yeah.
Blow.
I have a discussion topic.
Yeah.
Crocs.
Yeah. Okay, cool. You had this on here and I wrote it down and I was like, all right, I can't wait to figure this out.
Wear Crocs.
No, never.
Are you against it?
Walk me through. Do you work?
Yes.
Let's. I'm gonna flip.
I am
this.
a new believer in Crocs.
Okay, so, walk me through it. Why?
We see everybody wearing Crocs all the time, and I was like, those don't look comfortable. Those look weird. Yada yada. We bought Crocs for our trip. I haven't worn any other shoes since then.
Really?
I don't think I'm gonna wear any other shoes since then. Or since.
Isn't it just plastic?
Dude, no, they're so comfortable. They're so easy to put on and off.
Isn't it just? Wouldn't you just wear a sandal?
Yeah, you would think, but it's way more comfortable than a sandal.
What?
Dude, it's a game changer. I need you to buy a pair, and you can try it on with Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you have like 7 days. You get it. You try it. You walk around it. You fall in love, and then you buy it.
Are there different styles, or is it just
they have different colors?
So when the zombie apocalypse
they do have different styles,
and you trip over your Crocs.
No. You're not gonna trip over
running away.
No. You're not gonna trip over your Crocs because they have like
slip-on mode. Because there's a spoiler.
They have slip-on. They have slip-on mode, or they have sport mode. And so the sport mode is you flip the thing back.
Yeah.
You're stationary and stuck in there. And
that's interesting.
I'm telling you guys, I was the same way you are right now. Nope. I was like, nope, I'm not wearing Crocs. They look weird. I don't know why everyone likes them. And now I don't want to wear anything but Crocs.
Yeah, I see the little flippy handle.
They've always had that. Like,
well, yeah, but
it's not anything. All right, here's my thing.
They remind me of my old.
They're comfortable now, but 2 years from now, when you got hip problems and back problems, you're like, "Fuck, what happened?" Oh, it's just Crocs because they're comfortable, but they don't actually have arch support. It's just soft
like Vans
rubber.
And the Chucks and all that is better.
I don't wear those. I wear stuff with arch support.
So these shoes.
A lot of people have foot back problems.
You know, think of what is it? The In and Out. What do they call them? The slip and slide shoes or whatever.
Yeah.
Slides.
They're comfortable. I'm telling you.
I wear them here at my house, but like outside in public, I'm not. Like,
how much do you pay for those?
$25.
Yeah, you can get a pair of Crocs just like that, same price.
Yeah, but these are Nike.
Exactly.
Like, I got my opinions on Crocs.
Okay, but like, why did you?
There's this.
What triggered this? Right? What? Because you said you got them before the trip, right?
Yeah. So we because we knew we were going to Half Moon Cay, the beach, and everything, and walk around. So we got them so we could be like, hey, if they get wet or full of sand, we're not worried about it. You know, on the ship, if it gets wet or if we go whatever swimming on the deck, we're not worried about it. We can just put them on and off. They'll dry right away. We don't have to wear socks with them. And so we're like, we'll give them a shot. And I'm a believer.
I can understand
that. If you don't want to believe, then
no. I like the idea of just having water shoes or sandals that can do the job. Yeah. Or I like the idea. It's not how this. I like the idea. If I need to run, I can. If I need to shuffle, I can. Like when my foot's loose, sliding around, like I don't feel as secure. Like in my slides right now, like when I'm out in public, I'm like, if I the rare chance I wear them, I'm like, but I like the secure feeling that grippy. If the zombie apocalypse did happen, I could run.
You just gotta get away. Get your shoes. They're grippy though, and it's
what would we got? Like,
another selling point. Another selling point. I got a white pair. All you got to do is get like a sponge or
clean it off.
Mr. Clean sponge thing, and they're like brand new. Telling you.
There's a guy who sold shoes for 3 years, man. I got my prejudice towards it. Like, I was gonna talk a lot of smack about it, like for the gym, but then if God's gift to bodybuilding, Chris Bum said wears Crocs to the gym, I can't really say anything. So I'm like,
so what you're saying is you should probably try it.
No, he wears them and literally just goes barefoot, but it's just I wear my slides.
Obviously,
How about this? I didn't say they were not comfortable or anything. I just can't get behind it. And I can't say I don't believe in them because they fucking exist.
Obviously, they're not. Like,
I will say I can't get behind.
You're not gonna
I just
zombies
can't.
in them. But for me, who goes to work, goes to the store, doesn't do much, whatever.
But how is it? But you haven't driven the Crocs in your Jeep yet, have you?
No, my Jeep's still broken. I don't
think
it
could be a different game because I drive a 6-shift car, so it could be a little different wearing Crocs with loose for me.
They're not.
Because then you just flip the thing around.
They're not like.
It doesn't matter if my foot's still loose. Like, what do you like? It's like a fucking slide. Like, it's
grippy.
No,
it's not loose.
It's not loose. Like, I have a preconceived notion on some of the individuals I've seen wear Crocs, and
so did I.
It's just next topic.
I'm going to call this episode "Randy Loves Crocs."
Oh God!
Send a pair of Crocs.
I've tried so hard. Like the shoe salesman in me. I'm not gonna lie. I did try to put my ladies on, but her feet are like size 5 women's, and my foot didn't fit because she has a pair of Crocs. And she did wear them religiously for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. But then she got a pair of hookah shoes, and that's just it.
I don't know what that is.
Hookahs are like really expensive, like nice walking or running shoes, apparently. Not apparently, I guess they just are.
I bought $200, they call them Bessies.
I did buy a $170 pair of Red Wing work shoes recently. Like, I'm not gonna lie, you walk into Red Wing shoes, man, it's like a fucking, like, it's a nice spot to go buy shoes. Like, it's, when I sold high-end shoes and people would spend that much money, I'm like, you're fucking high. This is insane. But then I went in there, and because I didn't want to wear, like, boots all the time because the manager, but I needed some sort of shoes that had grip but had arch support too.
Yeah.
That weren't steel toe. They're not steel toe, but they're like a really hard tip. But it's like I bought them $160, like $70. I put on, like, I could walk all day in these. This is like, you spend the money on a nice pair of shoes. Fuck, they should go the distance. But man, like, I don't know where I'm going with that, but fuck, I got a pair of Red Wing shoes.
You should buy them. That's where you're going with it.
No, but what were your messy shoes that were 200 bones?
So they're I don't say waterproof, but like obviously if you get water inside of them, they're not, they'll get wet. But
yeah, I have these. Keep going. Sorry.
You need Gore-Tex.
You need
Gore-Tex or Hydromax.
Water doesn't slip in. Let's just say water doesn't slip into your shoe unless it comes from the top, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
it does. So these are what I wear, and they're like boots, but like sneakers. So like a sneaker boot.
Yeah,
and they got the water. They're not like water resist. No, I guess they're water resistant. They're not waterproof. The idea is, right, they've got these vents so that if you're in water, it like pushes it all out. And so everyone's like, well, why do you need those in LA? It never rains. Well, the answer is when it does rain, everything floods. So
I like the idea of having just waterproof shoes in general, like, or even boots. I love the idea, like, if I need to trek through the jungle or a puddle or something, I'm like, I can literally just put these on and my feet are gonna be dry. My legs might be wet, my feet are dry.
Yeah.
We got a topic that doesn't involve shoes and food.
No food, no shoes. All right, so let's talk about Black Panther 2.
Black Panther 2. Haven't seen it.
Oh God.
I want Randy to go on a rant. It blew up. I
messaged me
like. Oh, I thought you said you saw Wakanda or whatever it's called.
Yeah, it sucked. Fuck, I already all right, I can go like third rents for Charm. I watched it. I literally like, I don't know, if Tawny came on, I'm like, this is a horrible movie. Okay. All right, where can I start without coming off like a fucking sexist asshole?
Oh no, never mind. Skipping this topic.
No. So the movie was supposed to be a father-son movie. Originally, it was supposed to be Chadwick Boseman. He has a son. It was supposed to be a father-son movie.
Black Panther.
Chadwick Boseman passes away. Yeah, Wakanda Forever. Or I don't even know it was supposed to be called Wakanda Forever at that point.
Is that the same thing?
It was supposed to be
Black Panther 2 it's Black Panther 2.
So it was supposed to be a father-son show. Yeah. So let's fast forward. He passes away, and I feel like the writers were just scrambling at that point. I feel like they had a deadline or they had an extension, and they just scrolled. So we have to acknowledge his passing, what they did in the beginning, which was fine, which was very much they had to, and they acknowledged him at the end, which I think was well done. But they
watched it all the way through,
and they over 2 days and three tries. Over 2 days and 3 tries. Over 2 days and 3 tries. Let's reiterate that. Over 2 days. I actually turned it off a bunch of times and I just went back to it because I'm like, there's nothing else. I just need to get through this. I really watched it because I like Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah.
That's mainly the reason I watched it. I wasn't even remotely interested in watching it in theaters at all. So the movie, like, I already figured out the plot before it happened, like before the movie came out. I'm like who's the Black Panther? Well, it's got to be the sister. That's the only plausible explanation. It's gonna be her.
Yep.
So let's just start with the sister. The sister is not strong enough to be a lead actor. The girl who played her, she's not a strong enough actor to be the front runner of a Marvel movie of this magnitude at this time. So there's that. Right off the bat, she's not strong enough. I'm sorry. You can't be a sidekick in a movie, have a very minimal part in another movie, and get your own fucking blockbuster movie. I'm sorry. It just doesn't work. They did it with Black Widow very well. Granted, that took like 10 movies, but this one, they were going with the whole cultural appropriation bullshit. Whatever. It was too forced. And I'm a person of color saying this, by the way.
Sure. Yeah.
These are my people. So I'm saying, like, I'm looking at this. I'm trying to look at this from a different viewpoint. So it's a very women movie, which is fine. Like, I'll revert to Black Widow. It's a very woman power movie. But they've tried to force it so bad. It was just coming off like cheesy. Like there's just the things were just not it's so rushed. It felt forced. And I remember like, oh, she might get movie of the year. Oh, she might get, I'm like, what? So the mom said one dramatic line in the whole movie and she deserves an Oscar. I lost my family. I don't have anything to get. I'm like, that was the only dramatic scene in the whole fucking movie. You showed in the commercial a year ago. Like what? There was no impact. I couldn't on a Marvel level of all the movies, I could relate emotionally to some aspect of the movie. I could not do that with this one at all.
Wow.
There was no emotional connection at all with this movie. Now, I think this as a man, so people could consider, oh, you're just sexist. So, like, no, I'm just saying how it is. I watched a lot of fucking movies. Like, I watched a lot of the Marvel stuff, but like when it's just forced and it's just rushed. So then they bring in the whole Mayan thing, Kukulkan, which
is the Atlanteans, right?
Like Atlanteans, but they're not Atlanteans. They're the Tokan or whatever the fuck they are. Which at first I'm like, okay, they're kind of cool. The fight they had, like, there was like 10 minutes of a cool fight scene. That was about it, and through the whole movie. And I'm like, okay, I can kind of see, but now we're trying to do this whole Hispanic, Black cultural program. I don't know, like, where they were going with. I really don't. Like, we can work together. I'm like, okay, well, what? You just killed his mom, but we can work together. Okay. The bad guy, the presumed bad guy, who's not really a bad guy. Like, he's like also all powerful and all this stuff, but then you don't want to know how he gets defeated. He was out of the water too long, even though he can fly. And he was walking back to the water, and he gets burned by a jet engine. And that's how he gets defeated. After female Black Panther.
Wait, say that again.
So let me put in more context.
Yeah. Because that
female Black Panther, whatever her name. I'll see him female. I don't know her name in the movie.
Isn't it Shuri?
Shuri? I don't care. I think Shuri. I said Shuri. It's just Shuri. After he literally takes a spear and impales her in the fucking stomach, and like we're talking like boom. You're like, can't really move now. You should die. You're impaled. So, and he starts walking back to the ocean to go get to the water because he's getting dizzy, like he's getting dehydrated. She somehow, with her claws, which should be at this point like animanium or vibranium.
Yeah.
It's a raw vibranium spear that she was able to cut with her claws, which makes no sense. Because the claws can't cut. Nothing can cut through vibranium unless you have Thanos' sword. And all-powerful being. Am I wrong? I don't think I'm wrong at that point.
Yeah, can vibranium cut through vibranium? But yeah, sure. Yeah,
I've never seen it. I've never seen it. I mean, I've never seen it. If Wolverine's cutting through it, he'd be doing this all the time. His fucking shit would be gone, right?
Yeah.
Am I wrong? I'm not wrong. At least I don't think I'm wrong. So she cuts the pure vibranium spear or whatever the spear in half. Maybe it's what I don't fucking know at this point. It's so dumb. Pulls it out. The suit heals her. She gets in front of him, and then she turns on the jet engine, just burns him. And he falls down. And that's how this supposed Atlantis warrior gets to be. So fast forward, like, we should have killed him, whatever, blah 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 blah. Like, why did you do that? Color. Oh, because the Black Panther is the strongest being on the planet. You know how many times I've heard the strongest being on the fucking planet? Like, I'm so overhearing that. Like, it's so dumb. You'd be a great ally. Like, oh, okay, well, sure. I guess we're just gonna sidestep the fact you literally drowned her mother, but whatever. I guess we can forgive and forget and be friends and have dinner. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
wow.
Now, like, the ending of the movie was it like they were trying to rein it in a little bit because I almost feel like, God, we're gonna watch this shit show, and yeah, like, I understand you want to have diversity, but there needed to be, or have like this all colored cast, but there needed to be some diversity in there to kind of like level things out, because it was so I didn't feel any connection, just nothing. Like, just nothing. Throw an Asian guy in there. I don't give a shit. I don't like something. Give me something. And like, so they bring it to the end where he has a son. Chadwick Boseman, original Black Panther, has a son with, I think her name is Nuptia Long or something like that. She's really hot, by the way. Like, so hot. Like, she was like the only nice thing to watch about the movie. I'm like, oh, you're so hot. Like, why? So, but she has a son with him, and they want to keep him a secret and everything. I'm like, okay, you got to get behind that at the end because they don't want him to live this whole politics lifestyle yet.
Yeah.
So they hid him away, and they're living in like Haiti. They're in Haiti at the end.
Yeah.
But in Black Panther, when they're like, all right, we're gonna fight for the right to be king of Wakanda.
Yeah.
So then you get the big guy, the big buff dude. So he goes in, and so he goes to fight for Wakanda a second time, and who challenged him? So he's gonna be the new king of Wakanda because Shuri doesn't want to be it. So, and then at that point, it's like, and Shuri having all these horrible, she's like, I could be mean and blah blah blah. I can be like the bad guy, and I'm fighting with inner turmoil of myself. But in reality, it gets so sidestep in 5-10 minutes that I can come back that fast and burn somebody with their back and just miraculously fly to Haiti and where everything's okay. Like blah. So, I mean, aside from the 10 minutes of cool fight scene where all the Wakandans get their ass whooped, it's basically the cool fight scene. Because at the end of the day, I don't know how the guards, who actually don't have any fucking special powers at all, can withstand people that actually have fucking special powers. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
Like, can we be real for a second? You have a vibranium spear. That's cool. That's great. But this guy also shoots spikes from his fucking hand, and somehow you can let's be like, the writing was getting so
dead
dumb.
Is dead. Yeah.
It's like so dumb, and I'm saying that yes, I'm part black, but like, dude, you guys tried so much to do so much and cram so much crap in this. There's no story. There's no character building. It was a shit show. It's like whenever someone says this movie's gonna win an Oscar, and it's like a complete like what did Rian Johnson say? Luke's gonna win the Oscar? Yeah, okay. Or Mark Hamill? Yeah. You know how quickly that got shot down when everybody saw the movie? Is he up for the Razzie? Like I don't know. Yeah, but the tribute to Chadwick Boseman was great at the end. And that's about all I got.
Did you see it, Bert?
No. I did not. I have not. But now I'm going to.
Go watch it. Watch it.
I'm going to watch it.
It's the best movie ever. It's the best. Fuck, dude, they could have threw Aquaman in that movie and would have made it better. Have a DC crossover. Fuck.
Yeah. I'm curious now. Okay, I'm glad that you've contextualized it. Look, I'm going to be very honest, right? Yeah. Your perspective. That's why I really wanted to get your perspective, because obviously you would hope that you would have a more personal connection to it based off the fact of if there were themes that they were touching on stuff. I think back to the first Black Panther, and
so good.
And so it's like, okay, cool. I'm coming at it from a different perspective, which is fine. It's interesting to hear your view about it. So it's not gonna hopefully warp my take of it. I'll go into it. If I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. But it goes back to the point that I think we talked about this in the last episode, or maybe a couple episodes ago. It's been a while since we've recorded, but honestly, it's like
last year.
I haven't really watched almost anything.
Yeah, you did mention you haven't watched any Phase 4
in the Phase 4 stuff.
You're not missing much.
And that's kind of the vibe that I'm getting from everybody.
I don't think we're missing much. Yeah,
it's just like, and I'm like, what happened? Like, what is happening?
I haven't watched any of it.
How about this? It was Marvel. I think we're at the point where Marvel superhero movies should not be movies. They should be R-rated shows. I think that's where like the Winter Soldier, Captain Falcon, Winter Soldier. That shit was getting kind of dark at the end. Like, we're killing people, and the new Captain America he's unhinged, and he's killing people with the shield, cutting them in half. Like,
yeah.
It's a different vibe. Whereas, one thing that I was extremely let down, dude. There was like no soundtrack. Like,
that's crazy, because the first one had just the ridiculous
what was like every song like a hit, and then like this one, I'm like, I guess you got Ludwig Göransson, who's like I guess like my guy now, like a very, very, very great composer. And I was like, dude, like I can't connect to any of it. There's no like, where's the music? They were trying too much of like the Mayan, like Africa stuff. Like I don't know this stuff. Like whatever. Like, give me some lyrics.
Yeah, we'll see. Okay, I'm curious. So
in comparison, the first one having like a whole Kendrick Lamar soundtrack, this one, like for not like it's. I'm not trying to come off like this. I don't know. Like, it's just.
Well, it's interesting. So it's funny to talk about soundtracks. Like, there's certain. I'm going to transition into something else.
Sure.
That is kind of connected, which is it's amazing when there is like certain content that you enjoy where like the sound, because the soundtrack really makes or breaks some stuff for me, right? And it's interesting when you have like a perfect marriage of, hey, there's this like really, really great soundtrack and this really great film, for example, and this is for me, this is just me personally, right? The Gladiator soundtrack, I listen to at least once a week, right? I love that movie and I love that soundtrack, and it's just so iconic in my head, and I remember it. And I remember when Pirates of the Caribbean came out, and I was like, this is kind of the same thing, Hans Zimmer. You kind of, but no one else, because I just listen to it all the time, right?
Yeah.
So that's an example of, for me, right, a movie that I really enjoy and like the soundtrack that I'll listen to, right? It's crazy when there are times when you have a movie. I'm trying to think of a movie with like not a great soundtrack. I'm not sure, but like there are sometimes when there are soundtracks that I have to movies that I don't actually enjoy, where like the soundtrack becomes better than it, right?
Yeah.
And so it's really interesting. I'm going to send you the link after this, Randy, because I feel like you would actually really vibe on this.
Okay.
It's not a movie, it's a video game. It's a Warhammer game, and it's called Warhammer Dark Tides. Okay. And there's like this soundtrack, the game soundtrack has no right to be this banger of an album. And every time I listen to it now, there's just like certain tracks where I'm just fucking going so hard, and I don't understand why it deserves to be this good, but it's just amazing, right?
Sometimes stuff just connects.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
It just connects well.
Yeah.
Like the Book of Boba Fett soundtrack. I'm like, God,
yes, that's a great
song.
Example.
Wasted on such a very mediocre show. Like,
yeah.
Oh, that's like, I wish Ludwig, just, I don't know why. I just see his name on these things and I'm like, huh. So I just immediately think it's good. And then I start following him, like, God, you do a lot of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Just, what a waste of a song.
Yeah. 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 That's a great example. That's a great example.
I was about to text Jay and tell him, like, hey, maybe we're going to start a character sheet for you. I don't know if we're going to be in Lord of the Rings much longer.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, here's the thing. Dalton, I did text you. I'm going to put you on blast right now because inquiring minds want to know. There's two versions of this. One version is, we say goodbye, sweet, what's your Hobbit character's name? Bert? Engelbert is no more. So there's a version of this where you actually take over the Lord of the Rings story, and I'll come in as a character, and then you can run us through this. Or alternatively, we can say goodbye to Lord of the Rings because it's kind of had a slow start. I'm not gonna lie, maybe should have thrown some less crazy stuff at you the first time, but that's fine. I still enjoyed it. I still have these moments. I still enjoy it. And we transition into something different, and we can do maybe a more long form Star Wars game. So really, the question is, Dalton, what do you want to do?
I mean, I'm down to give the whole DM thing a go. I don't know about today because I need to pick your brain.
Yeah, I got to prep you. Yeah, I'll give you all the materials and all that stuff.
Kind of show me what to do.
Yeah, just make it up.
I'm down.
How do you take away? I think of being a GM in the game as, how do you take away that, like, I like you said, like, I throw too much heavy stuff at you. Like, I felt like I would want to throw heavy stuff, but then also, like, I don't want to throw heavy stuff because I want to see how you guys react. Like, how do you kind of tone that down?
Yeah, it's interesting. It's like the zombie one was a really interesting one because there would be times where I'd introduce like new enemy types, and just to kind of like give you variety. At the same point, problem solving, right? It's always interesting to see, you present like a problem. How are you two gonna like get around it? And it's amazing to me that no matter what I think about, y'all always break whatever I build. And I mean that in a good way, right? And this is just any game that I've run. I'm like, cool, here's this problem I'm going to do. And you're just, it's not out thinking, because a lot of people think of it as like us versus them, like GM versus the players. And like, even though that's like, in theory, yes, because I'm trying to kill you so that the game ends and so we can start a new campaign. That's kind of like the meta layer of like the stuff that we're playing. the same point, it's really interesting to me to see like how you like, hey, there's literally a goblin and a wolf outside. In my head, I'm like, I don't know what they're gonna do. Are they gonna attack it? Are they gonna do this thing? To see it all like problem solve inside like the farmer's house, like, oh, we need to make a bomb and we're gonna like throw this meat out there. And it's just like stuff where I'm like, I can't plan for this. You just have to kind of go yes and. So it's very improv-esque. But I love it because y'all, for the most part, really come up with these interesting creative solutions. At the same point, you two are definitely your own worst enemy. I.e. throwing a makeshift bomb and lighting poor Engelbert on fire. Good plan, I guess, in theory, but
I didn't want him to run outside.
So to answer your question, it's just a game of this, then that, right? Cool, I'm going to present this. Okay, what's happening? Okay, well, then that's going to happen. Okay, cool, that happened. So then now this needs to happen. Oh, this happened. Okay, now that needs to happen, right? Yeah, and you just kind of make it up. Just make it up as you go. So, okay, cool. Well, then I'll finish making my character. And I'll get Dalton the materials that he needs. And I'm looking forward to being a player now. And
it gives you a chance to get into it.
Yeah.
What?
I want to segue because we're talking about games.
Mm-hmm.
So
we can talk about what I think we're gonna talk about.
Actually, it starts off kind of like that, but then it went somewhere totally different. So when I would go to Sacramento, I'm working. I'm working the first day. I was kind of like a say hi, kind of get the vibe of the store, but there's this guy. We'll just call him Bill. Bill's there, and I can tell, he's older, but like there was something about him that was kind of like this. Like, I mean, obviously, as some men that could see me might think they might just look at me physically and be like, okay, I'm not there physically to stand up next to this guy, but maybe I can get something else over on this guy.
Sure.
Playfully speaking.
Yeah.
And this is where it went to. And so we're talking, and for whatever reason, he probably was like, hey, man, you play Hogwarts Legacy? I'm like, I was thinking about it. He's like, oh, man, I switched my time to New Zealand so I could play a half day early. I was like, that's pretty fucking smart. And we started talking about PlayStation, Xbox. He's like, I got both, man, 5 and Xbox. I'll tell you right now, Xbox is a superior system.
What? No.
I was like,
you're like, and this guy has warmed his
way
like,
into okay, my heart. I'm like, okay, we're vibing.
Yeah.
So then this is where it got funny. Annoying and funny at the same time. Oh, man, you play 007. I'll work you at 007. You play Halo? I'll work you at Halo. I was like, okay, this is where we're going. This is where we're going. And like, we kind of like whatever a little bit. So, but like the Tuesday or Wednesday when it was like just the guys. Like the women, like it was funny because the manager's like, I'm gonna leave a little early, and her husband was working at the store training. So we're all like the same age, might I add. He's like, we're all the same age. So this nostalgia aspect is there. We're talking like we're all 34, 36. We're all working, and we have this 20-year-old. So whatever reason, dude, we started talking like Halo, all the newest Halo is trash. That's why it was free, all this stuff. Like he's a Call of Duty guy. I'm a Halo PUBG guy. Yeah. I'm like opposites. So he's talking all this shit. Like, I'll work you. If your Hogwarts was 2-player, I'd kill you at that. If we went to Rainbow Six, I'd kill you at that. If we were playing Perfect Dark, I would fuck you up. And he was saying all these things. I know it's just trash talk.
Yeah.
But at a point, I was like, okay, I'm not going to sit down. I'm going to start defending Halo. Yeah. And then so I got to stand up. I'm like, look, I can't attest for like the multiplayer aspects of some of it, but the campaign wasn't bad and all this. Yeah. But we're talking. So he's talking all this shit, and I got him to break. So this is where he's doing all this straight face. And we're playfully talking about this.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't even play Halo. I can work you. And then so I'm like, all right, Bill, stop. You don't play Halo. You haven't played in a year. You haven't picked up the sticks in a year. You say it's the worst game ever, but you say you can beat me. Why wouldn't I take that challenge?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't I put $1,000 on this match? Why wouldn't I do any of this right now? He just chuckles and giggles. I'm like, you fucker, like you asshole. You were like, and then all of a sudden,
he said he never played Halo before.
No, because he played it once. He played it a little bit. It was talking all this shit.
It's still basically never.
And then we're talking about Destiny. Then I talk about PUBG. He's like, oh fuck, that's fucking the word. That's blah blah blah. And so I was like, oh, I played it once and it was terrible. I hated it. I was like, you played it once? That's it? You hate it? And then he starts like, hey, he starts going around asking him, like, I was like, oh, would you play this? Like Call of Duty or PUBG? I'm like, so you're gonna go around like elementary school and start asking people in the store? He's like, yes. I'm like, you piece of shit. But I just haven't, like, I don't know, like I haven't come across a guy who talks so much shit like to my face about a game. Like I only hear about this over the headset. Like I've never, but I mean it was all playful. I mean it was cool, but I've never just dealt with that in a while, and it was bringing up the nostalgia. It was like, I felt bad. The young kid who was like 20 years old who just happened to be there, and I'm talking about like, dude, I'm playing 007, the nostalgia, the music, everything, and he was giving the kid shit. He's like, I wasn't even born yet when that game came out. He's like, yeah, man. He's like, you guys talk about nostalgia. I can't get nostalgia up on that game. Like, I can't do it. I'm like, I was like, damn, bro, you're dating us, because the kid was 20 and we're like 14 and 16 years older than him. Oh, yeah.
I almost beat the 007 on Xbox.
I haven't, dude. I stopped. I wanted to play when I was there. I couldn't hook my Xbox up to the hotel Wi-Fi because you have to do this whole verification.
Yeah.
But I brought my laptop and I still have my remote, so I could cloud play it through Xbox app. And I brought my HDMI cable. Nice. I was just so tired, and the hotel bed sucked. I just never got a chance to play. I'm not gonna lie, I missed that. I missed all that trash talk. Like, imagine just sitting at a LAN party just talking shit to Joe Powell.
Just give me shotgun rockets, I'll dominate. You're like, oh, cool, yeah. The two most powerful weapons, and you'll get a kill. Good job.
I remember, what was it? Like, I think it was Alex. Alex said something one time, like, Joe, yeah, you got like 20 kills, but you also had like 21 deaths. Like it was just like, what?
Yeah.
You're not that great, bro.
No, it's funny though, because here's the thing. As much as we just gave on that, Joe was really good about defending the base, right? Yes, if you give him shotgun rockets, he would sit in the Blood Gulch base and wait for someone to come in, and you knew he was there. He would camp. Yeah. He was a great camper. And you can interpret that however you want. That could make you
There's like no strategy and just sitting there waiting for somebody to come around a corner.
Correct. Look, like I said, you can interpret that however you want. If you're repulsed by that, then that is on you. But he was a really good camper. So there is a point where like everyone is assaulting the other base. You could be like, well, Joe is back there defending our base, right?
It'd be like J. Paul. I just walked all the way across the base and I just got killed.
Yeah. Versus, right, like if you were attacking, you always knew that Joe was in the base somewhere. So you just throw grenades in there, right? Now, there's nothing more satisfying than knowing that, somebody, whoever, a camper, is in the Blood Gulch base, and you get up top and you just chuck some grenades down and you get a kill and you grab the flag and you run, right?
It was pretty easy. You literally you look down below and you just see him. He's either here. You start chucking grenades. Oh, I would have got you. came down. Or like you make the mistake one time, you drop down, he shoots you with the shot. Oh, I totally got you. Fuck.
Yeah. But you have to think about it in context, right? He's been sitting there for like 2 minutes, which is like an eternity in the game, not doing anything.
Oh my God, that's a long time.
To then get a kill, it's like, hey, worth it. Great, awesome.
Yeah. Then you go to Zanzibar and he's right behind you if you got the sniper.
Yes.
Like, dude, like I like whenever Joe is behind me, I always imagine like he's gonna fucking squack me in the back and take it. Oh, or even if I got hit once, oops.
Yeah.
All right. I want to talk about online players in PUBG. Like, I will never go out of my way to message somebody like after a kill or anything, but people have messaged me after I killed them. So there
like
was
saying GG or
no, like oh, you're like a whatever, you're like something else. I'm like, dude, what? Like, this is wild. So there was one where I was playing a map like it's PUBG, like Sandhook, and my doorbell rang. And I put my guy on crouch, and I was just sitting inside like the thing. My doorbell rang. Like, my doorbell doesn't ring. I opened the door, and some guys like here for like one of those elderly pickups. It was the wrong address. So I'm like, okay, fuck. So I run back to my thing. I get up, and then I hear somebody walking around. I'm like, okay, well, technically it seems like I'm camping, but they don't know I had to do this. Whatever.
Yeah.
Here, guy comes in, bam, bam, bam. I kill him. Like, cool. So, but apparently this other guy, like up above, was following this guy, saw me kill that guy. He's in there. I hear him running. I run out, and my trigger wasn't quick enough, and he got me, killed me. Messaged me, oh, you fucking camper. Oh, all this. Oh, I'm like, I'm not going to, whatever. All right. That's just your perception. If you literally have to take time to message me in the middle of the game, like, whatever, dude.
Yeah.
Like, fast forward like 2 games later, I'm playing a new map, the Kindy Reborn. I'm like not familiar with the map at this point. I'm like running around. Like, in these games, it's not smart to just run across the street.
Yeah.
In a city, in a big ass city where there's theoretically could be like 10 people
anywhere.
Like, yeah. So I'm running. I'm coming into the city, right? And I'm running, and I don't know. I'm kind of like just crouching and walking around. And all of a sudden, I just hear this. I'm like, there's no way some asshole's running across the street in front of me. So I pop up behind this thing because I'm strategically running, going around. This guy's just blatantly running in the middle. So I pop up, bap. Again, I'm like, cool. I get a message like 2 minutes later. Oh, I see how it is, how you got to play. You got to play like that. And oh, I see that's your skill level and all this. I'm like, what? Like, I wanted to message this guy so bad. But I just didn't. But I'm like, who does this? Like, who does this? Like, why?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Have you guys ever messaged somebody after like that? Like,
no.
I don't understand. Like, what goes through someone's head? Like, what's gonna get the point across? Like,
it's just a game. I mean, why are you getting so upset about?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna text this yesterday. I was pissed. I didn't play PUBG for like a week. I was fiending, so I play like I'm on my second match of the day at work. I'm doing great. I got like 4 kills. It's happening. I'm like, boom, yeah, let's go. Like, I'm like, you kind of get those feelings on. I'm gonna get top 10 here. Let's go. I'm going. I crashed this guy's car. Like, I pop out. I literally jumped out and killed like numerous people like this. I got like the gun to do it. Pop out, doosh. I was like, what just happened? Some level 3 rolling around with a shotgun as his primary weapon just happens to jump out the fucking car, blow me like a double barrel shotgun in the fucking face. I'm not gonna lie, like, this is me yesterday. I stood like this for like a minute and I yelled at the top of my lungs. I wanted to text you guys. I wanted to message that kid. I was so fucking pissed. I was like, dude, it's like you're playing Hold'em and your hand is a 7-2. Like, what the fuck? Oh, that was
Maybe he just restarted. He was like a level 100.
But it was hundreds a low level. Like it was a level 3 with a shotgun in a car, and he was top 25. Like there's no way that should have happened. Oh, it was so bad.
That's so funny.
Oh, god damn it. God, I love PUBG.
Yeah, that's why it's funny because it's like I just find myself not playing multiplayer games. I'm just I went through this entire gambit of like single player games just mainly because I do crave. I get what you're saying. Like there's an adrenaline crave of you do really well in a game. At the same point, I'm just like at the level where I'm like everything you just said about like people messaging you and all that stuff. I'm like, God, I just don't have any mental capacity for that.
Don't have the energy for that.
So I'm just like, I'm just gonna play this game and I'm just gonna have fun doing whatever.
Yeah, it's actually a lot worse on. It's actually a lot worse on Halo because you have to hear your teammates talk.
Yeah,
like, and with Halo because it's way more fast paced. It's like the core you can coordinate. Like Halo coordination is 50-50. In PUBG, the coordination is like you need to coordinate a lot more with a squad because this is how it is. Even at that, I don't really want to hear them. Like, unless they're my age and I can tell. Like, I don't need to hear kids like you. I mute everything.
There's
if I play squads, but normally I just play TTP or whatever, just by myself.
So I'm pretty sure I told you guys about that like World War II game, Hell Let Loose. It's a first-person shooter. It's called
Tarkov.
It's called Hell Let Loose, and
I think you did. I think I do remember this. Hey,
it's so fluffy, and it's all about strategy with that. There's like, so whenever you start it, there's squads, right? So when you join, each squad has like a commander. And so whoever starts the squad is the commander or whatever, and you can pass it on, yada, yada. And then there's one like general or whatever who talks to all the commanders on all the squads. And they organize like where they want the commanders and their squads to be and all this stuff. And so like people really get into it in that way. Pee on you or something?
No, she was getting the back legs were scratching the inside of my thighs, and I don't want my dick scratched. Sorry.
So it's like super strategic in that way, and then they'll get mad if you're like me and I'm just running around shooting people.
But all right.
And then there's a modern one too. It's literally called Squad, and that's modern like warfare and stuff.
It's cool.
Yeah. But
yeah, I tried 2042 and it sucked.
It's so bad, dude. Has it gotten better? Have you tried it recently?
No, I uninstalled it.
Oh,
like I install a game, I play it for 10 minutes, and I uninstall it.
Hogwarts Legacy is really good.
It's getting better. It sucks that I'm gonna have to bail on it for a week and kind of have to relearn these fucking spells. But it's like a lot of learning because you're in a fucking school, dude.
It's not that much.
It's not that much, but there's a lot of dialogue. Like I can appreciate the effort they put into the game, but there's a lot to take in at the beginning. At least for me. Like I'm not the most academically inclined, I would say. So this is taking me a little bit longer to get into. Oh, dude. Oh, so yesterday, while I'm playing Hogwarts, I have my Fusion 1 controller, like the Pro controller. You can add the extra buttons. And it's not a wireless one, it's a plug-in. And I prefer plug-in because you never have to charge it.
Yeah.
And so I'm sitting there on the couch, right? And I'm high, I'm playing a little bit. I stand up and the remote shocks me. Like, I'm talking like you can hear like the it was like I got electrocuted or something. Like I was like it took me a second to put the remote down. I was like, holy shit. My finger was tingling. Tanya in the kitchen, she's like, what was that? Like I heard it.
Whoa.
Like I was fucking weirded out. Like
yeah.
I was high, I was weirded out. it took me out of my groove. I just started eating a bunch of food to try to sober up. Like I was questioning everything.
Whoa.
Like I couldn't even sit on I was just like, I feel so weird sitting on my couch right now. Like, am I gonna get shocked? Because that was like a powerful current. And I don't know. Have you guys ever had that with like a plug-in controller? Like
controller? No.
Yeah, dude. Like I don't know if it was karma or like, and I was thinking like, did I talk to an employee wrong? Like I don't know. Like what's going on? That freaked me out yesterday.
It's those hours that you cut.
Yeah, I know. But I'm like, but now is my middle finger? I can have a quicker middle trigger finger now. Like I don't know.
This is your superpower origin.
Yeah, like, but yeah, I've never had that happen before. It was. Let alone hear it.
Yeah, that's gnarly.
Yeah. So I think for the gameplay, Dalton's got to figure out the route.
Yeah.
But what are the topics you guys got? Who you guys think is going to win the Super Bowl?
I don't even care.
I don't really care, but I'm going to put money on it.
Chiefs.
I'm gonna bet. I think I kind of want the Chiefs to win, but
yeah,
I'm gonna put money on. Oh, that's right, the Eagles.
Yeah, the Eagles beat the Niners, so fuck them.
Yeah. Bro, CMC McCaffrey is so salty still.
Oh,
I would be too.
Like the whole team's salty.
The whole team is.
But salty. I don't blame.
I think the rule, that third quarterback rule, is bogus.
Yeah,
I think they should have. Like, I don't know. If you got a guy on IR, which Jimmy is, you got Trey Lance on IR. I think they should 100% have had 3 quarterbacks. Like the guys on IR, he should not be taking up a roster spot. Yeah, they're just there on the field, but they should have had, dude, fucking get a veteran in there. Like, because just anybody but that. Like, it would have been a better, more entertaining game.
So a lot of people's arguments was Brock Purdy, the reason why he's looking so good is because the system he's in with the Niners, the amount of weapons he has, and that's why he's good. When Josh Johnson came in and completely did shit, they disproved that. Like, Brock Purdy's good. So once you take Brock Purdy out, and if you have someone like Josh Johnson, our chances are extremely low. And then Josh Johnson gets injured.
Yeah.
And there's no chance.
But the counter argument is that the other guy has only had no reps ever. And you thrust him into an NFC championship game.
Yeah.
Besides like the skill factor, I mean the pressure alone is like
Jimmy G, before he came in, he didn't practice. I know it's not a championship game, but he didn't practice at all with the main team. He would only throw on the side by himself. And he came in just fine.
Super Bowl.
But right, no, it's not the same thing.
But no, I hear what you're saying. I think
a lot of other arguments was, though, it's like Brock Purdy doesn't play defense, which I get it. But like I said before, when your defense is out on the field, 45 minutes of the whole 60-minute game.
Yeah.
Like, they're gonna get tired as hell. They're gonna get frustrated as hell. They're gonna start.
You're not gonna win.
No.
But yeah, there's
because all the defense has to do against the Niners is load the box, because we're not gonna pass. The only thing we can do is run at that. We're not gonna score 14 points to.
Yeah. Like Brock Purdy had his situation was neither. Actually, Brock Purdy's only negative situation is him getting hurt. If you think about it.
Yeah.
There was actually never going to be any negative. Because I watched The Speak on YouTube, or I like watching some of these shows.
Yeah, I watch them too.
The Speak's pretty decent. I just like them. But they were saying like the woman on there, she's not thick, she's pretty hot. She's saying, but no matter what, Brock Purdy they can't blame anything on Purdy.
No,
because he's a rookie that went in. Like, he was put into a position that he started to excel at. So him getting hurt is obviously not his fault. I say shit happens, but like whether they win or lose, Purdy one's going to take the blame.
Yeah,
Like that was the thing. Like it was very interesting. Not unless now if Purdy's
he goes out and throws like 5 interceptions.
Yes. Now if Purdy threw like 5, but then also they were saying like, yeah, but they can also still go back to like the pressure of that type of game for a rookie quarterback. Like they were giving him all these outs. And it's wild to see that the only thing that took him out was a fucking injury.
Yeah. I don't think the pressure would have got to him.
Yeah. Like I think it would have been a close game. I personally believe the Eagles still would have won.
Yeah.
Still would have won. I think it would have been probably a 3-point game, 4-point game. Just because the run game for San Francisco sucks. It wasn't that great. The Eagles run game isn't that much better, but they can air it out more. I feel like they have more weapons to air it out.
Our secondary does have weak spots, but our run game and that
game. Well, I mean, you had CMC.
It's because Josh Johnson can't throw it, so they're not worried about it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even know how many passes he can only do so much by himself. Like,
that's the thing.
The man's gonna get tired. Yes, you can have an all-star, but if he's taking 30 snaps in a game and getting hit on every one.
So there's that. What was interesting to me was that drive that Eagles had where it wasn't a catch, it was a bobble, and what's his face got up and he did that signal to hurry up and snap the ball.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand why like somebody didn't fake an injury. Somebody didn't call a timeout because everybody else should have known.
So you're talking about the Devontae Smith catch?
Yeah.
So I mean, I didn't watch the game. I didn't really care for it, but we were talking about that. Not that it was going to really change the outcome of the game. Personally,
I don't think Purdy would have got hurt because that would have changed.
He was still good at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that was the first drive of the whole entire game.
They said. So one thing I will say, if you have a player that fakes an injury, that player gets fined, and there's something else. There's a different penalization that happens to the team if you got players that fake injuries like that.
You do it all the time, though.
I know, but they're doing it more, so they're catching on now. Yeah. And also and I think there would have been favoritism towards the Eagles, 100%. It probably would not have gone in their favor. But also there was the fact that Shanahan said that nobody in the booth told me anything. Nobody in the booth told me.
That's my argument. That's why I said like other players call it, because other players can call a timeout. So you're telling me all 12 men on that field didn't notice that they were all rushing to the line? He's thrown off a signal.
Yeah, anytime people start rushing to the line and the guy that caught the questionable ball is holding it, handing it to the ref, that's always a red flag.
Yeah.
Ooh. You see it all the time. Come on. Like, bro, no. If that's not a red flag to them, like, all right, like as much as everybody likes Kyle Shanahan, the guy still can't get it done. I'm gonna be real, the guy can't get it done.
I'm indifferent. Like, I honestly don't know if it's him and his play calling, or if it's we have shitty luck.
I saw a meme and said, if you go play for Kyle Shanahan, the quarterback position is final destination. That's fucked up.
That's pretty fucked up, but that's pretty good.
You hear Joe Montana said that Jimmy G should get the start with the Niners still.
Yeah, Jimmy's like, I know everybody's like he's injury prone. Dude, that's got like a 74% win rate. Yeah, like it's a very good percentage.
I will say that he did a lot better. I'm a big Jimmy G fan.
He did. Oh, dude, me too. Like,
he did.
It just sucks. I hope he goes to the Raiders.
Nothing again. I think he might go to the Jets.
Raiders either need we're getting Rodgers or we're getting Jimmy G. If we're sticking with that Stedman guy, fuck that.
I would bet you'd get Rodgers if they can afford him. He's gonna be expensive though.
Yeah, well, Devontae Adams can buy him a house. Buy him a house. He got paid.
But I was saying,
don't eat your own hair. Come here.
I don't. Like, I was so stoked when he came in. Not that I have anything against Trey Lance. I don't know him. I've seen him do like.
He's only played 2 games.
Yeah.
I know.
But I think Jimmy G should have still definitely got the start this year.
Yeah.
But I think
It's
I think
crazy
he's
how
done with the Niners, though.
he's probably done. I like how they restructured his contract. Then he goes into play, and then he just starts getting paid. It's like backup quarterback contracts are wild. Well, if you play 75% of the game, you get like $500,000. Okay, well, I guess I'll do this for like 10 games.
X amount of money for every game you win.
Dude, and it was funny. I saw a meme, and it was like Jimmy G to Kyle Shanahan. Yeah, this is the plan all along. So fucked up. And they were winning. What did they win? Like what, 7 out of 5 or something like that? Or
I don't remember.
5. They won 5 out of 7 games with him.
Once Purdy came in, we won out.
Yeah. There's something about also when you have a rookie quarterback like that who's Mr. Irrelevant, remember, you don't have anything to lose.
Yeah.
They're like whatever pressure is on you is like, dude, I'll pick last. I'm like, I don't really give a shit.
Yeah.
I can go do whatever at this point.
And one thing I love about the Niners though is I think they're all super humble and they all don't care about stats. And they're all like a well-knit team. You know, you got like other players who are complaining that they don't get the ball enough or whatever, but we have
they just want the W.
Deebo Samuel who got paid, and honestly, I think he aside from his one or more than one or two, he had a few breakout plays, but aside from that, I don't think he was really an X factor.
No, Deebo Samuel has not been an X factor this whole year.
No, that's why I wasn't.
Fantasy doesn't lie. Fantasy doesn't lie.
That's why I wasn't tripping if we didn't sign him. Like, I love him. He's really good. But I was like, honestly.
Look, you signed him, and then all of a sudden, Brandon Ayuk has a breakout year.
Dude.
Yeah. Like, okay. Like, great. Now, can I get that $130 million back, please? Because Brandon Ayuk's still getting paid like $40 million, and he's younger.
Yeah.
Or maybe he's just healthier. Man, oh, man, oh, man.
Yeah.
Anyways, baseball.
What does it say, gentlemen? I'm gonna go make myself a breakfast burrito.
Ooh.
So,
what are you gonna put in it? Breakfast thing?
Eggs, cheese,
potatoes,
hot sauce, sausage.
There's no potatoes, no beans.
I have no potatoes. I don't really eat potatoes, to be honest, unless it's like I'm getting like burger and fries. So I don't have like a stack of potatoes in my house. I have beans. I have some black beans. I guess I could do, but honestly, I know that I'm gonna get like a pizza later because we've talked about pizza so much right now. So I just want to eat something. I found this really good hot sauce with eggs. It's like a cilantro.
You should get some chorizo.
I do have some Actually, I have some.
I got to be careful with chorizo.
I got some chorizo.
Gets my butthole puckered up.
Yeah, that's the one thing.
Unless dude, I've been eating so much fiber because I've been eating I had to eat out the past week. Oh god.
So can I rant about Burger King?
Yes.
Yeah.
Always.
So yesterday I was like, Burger King sounds good. Let's get Burger King.
It did sound good the other day. Yes. I'm not gonna lie.
We go to Burger King. She orders. What do you order? Bacon King, Whopper, whatever it is.
Not the double stack.
I don't know. No, I get the Texas Whopper, and we get a couple chicken sandwiches.
Sure.
We go to the window. Dude takes my card. Oh no, the chick takes my card.
Yeah.
She's kind of snippy.
A bitch. Yeah.
She hands me my card, and I ask, "Can I please get some ranch and barbecue sauce
and zesty sauce?" Because zesty sauce is the best.
It's gross. I don't like zesty sauce. So I ask her that. She says no words, nothing, and then she just turns around and walks away. I'm like, cool. I see her grab some sauce and put it in presumably my bag. But she didn't say anything. So she comes back to the window, like angrily, grumpy, whatever you want to say. Doesn't say anything. And then I'm like, can I get some ranch or barbecue sauce? And she goes, it's in the bag. And just like whips around and walks away. I just paid like 40 something bucks.
Yeah, fast food is getting expensive. So it's getting expensive. It's getting expensive.
I couldn't even get like a hello, thank you.
Yeah.
Sure, I got your sauce for you. Have a good day. Thanks for paying my paycheck.
You know where you would have gotten all of that?
In-N-Out burger.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't have bacon, and they don't have the Whopper or chicken sandwiches or onion rings.
Whopper, 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 Bacon Junior, Whopper, Whopper. Bro, those commercials are so fucking nuts. Like, they actually have a meme song now. We'll just let everybody do it. The meme songs or whatever. Like, I don't know how that guy is getting paid now. Dude, they had I saw a meme for the Burger King, and it said, like, all right, let's picture all the worst moments in sports history, followed by the Whopper song. Guy tears his ACL. Whopper, Whopper, Whopper. I'm not gonna lie. Like, hey, Dalton, how was that Texas Whopper though?
It was all right.
Did it lose its flavor because of the lady?
Huh?
Has food ever tasted
did that negative experience
yes.
transfer into the food consumption?
No, I mean, it's annoying as hell, but you know.
What was the? I'm trying to think.
To me, the frustrating thing is, like, I'm not an asshole.
Yeah.
I come up to the window. I'm super polite and all that stuff. And I'm not asking you to be there working. If you're not there, I don't care.
Look,
I'm paying you for a service.
Check the personal shit at the door.
Exactly.
If you're bringing it over here, you better fucking be lying through your face. That's all I need.
Yeah, if I'm having a bad day, I'm not taking it out on anybody else. Because it's my bad day.
That's one thing that I talked about, like, I can't drink alcohol with a job. I know for a fact I would never have gotten this job if I was drinking alcohol still.
Mm-hmm.
I know for a fact that I cannot do this job if I drink alcohol now, or were to start up, even if like this beer, because like my thought process, I was thinking about just changes. Like, I instantly start thinking of like, when's 3:30, when's 4:30, when's 3:30, when's 4. Yeah, so oh well, I can get high and I got my cannabis card.
You can eat Whoppers.
Oh yeah. Whopper, Whopper, Whopper Junior.
JARdon the mess.
Well, JARdon the mess, everybody. I'm gonna go make some food. Talking about food, but getting a pizza later.
Yeah, I haven't even uploaded my episode from.
And do that.
Yeah, it's probably that now.
I guess.
JARdon the mess.
Well, yeah, JARdon the mess, and I'm looking forward to this next one because I'm gonna make my character. I totally know who I'm gonna make, and I'm excited for it.
I'm gonna murder you all.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Let's go. All right, cool.
JARdon the mess.
JARdon the mess.